know very well, I think SCC, Skill Enhancement Course 1 in 3rd semester, as you know everyone. It's only for 40 marks, duration 1 hour. Within 1 hour we have to finish. Some students they misunderstand. So daily we are going and writing 3 hours. Kindly note this point for the students. Only 1 hour. And communication skills. Just to give the definition little bit. LRSW. Communication means but nothing more. Interacting with each other. This communication is a very important nowadays. Okay. Now, let me say about the model paper. From the section A, they give the short questions. They give the short questions 4. Out of 4, we have to write only 2. That means 2 5 are 10 marks. Clear? And sections B, they give the long questions. Again, they give the 4 questions. Out of 4, you have to write, and each one carry 15 marks. That is 30 plus 10 is equal to 40 marks. I think it is a pass mark is only, I think 15, but we used to say 15 or 14. It's okay. 12, I think you can best. Okay. Now, what is the important now here? This is the only that exam pattern model paper. Every student can pass easily. At least if you attend the long questions also, whatever you know the answers, first for example, you know a long answer section B, you can write. In section B, as you know, dear students, in third sem, we have a verbal, non-verbal communication is there. So if you follow that one in the textbook itself, definitely you will get a out of 50, you will get a 13 or 12. So be careful and then try to learn that short questions as well as long questions also. First of all, I will tell you the some listening. I'll give some important points. Actually, LRSW. You know what is it called? Listening, reading, speaking, writing. So nowadays in the first year also we are following LRSW. Listening, reading, speaking, writing. These are very, very important. Now the government is following all this one only. Especially in the first semester, we are giving all this one like writing the verbs and everything. But before you write the answers here, section A and section B, whatever you know very well, just to put a section B or section A. Even if you know a little bit also, you can write no problem. At least out of 5, they give at least 1 or 2 or 3, 4 marks also, no problem. But don't leave, don't leave empty paper, don't give the empty paper. For example, you know the non-verbal or verbal definition, or you know the example. If you give the example also, you will get some marks. But don't leave the empty paper, blank paper. It is not a correct way, dear students. First of all, let us talk about the listening. What is the listening? What do you know about the listening? Just I will tell you. Listening is a very important communication skills. Important. What is important? Listening is an important skills, and also it helps us the relationship and the resolve of some conflicts also. You know what is the meaning of conflict? If there are any problem, we can solve it. That means listen first and then we have to talk. Without listening, we should not talk. That's a very, very important. The listening habit also very important. And one more thing. And also, listening help us knowledge, Very important. While you listen, you will get a knowledge. And also, success in your career. Success in career. Very important, ma. That keep in the point, main point. While listening, listening is a very important in our life. So that one also it helps us the relationship between the people, and also listening help us. We can acquire knowledge. How do we acquire knowledge? For example, somebody is giving the speech or talking something else. We listen carefully. We will get a knowledge, and also success career. There's a 2 points are very important, ma. And also, it is the listening is a very important quality of the most successful people. So, if we follow the listening and then quality of the most of the success people, considering how the important it is. Now, I think you understand what is the listening is, how it is important. Now, we should first learn what first we have to learn, then it is find a way how to improve in interaction. What is the meaning of interaction here? Interaction, that means talking with other. That's all. Now, what is the listening? The listening is the ability of receiving and interrupting messages in the communication process. Well, you listen carefully. I'm telling the definition for this one. Ability of receiving, interrupting the messages in the communication process. And learning is a different from hearing, ma. Actually, we should not say hearing. We should not add ing form to the hear. Some people they said listen means hearing, not that one. You should not say hearing. You should say only, some people they said hearing is an answer, not that one, ma. Hearing through ears they used to say, but listening is through the mind. So very important, ma, dear students. Listening through our mind is a different. Some people they say hearing from our ears, not that one. Listening is through our mind. That means carefully. That is a definition for learning. That is a very, very important. However, people fail to listen. Some students, some people. People means this one. And also there is one more maybe people. Yeah, this one also. But I am talking about here only. People means like a student. Fail to listen due to various reasons. There are so many reasons out there to avoid the listening. Maybe for occupation, digression, maybe noise, and so on. For example, while I am listening any other speech, maybe there is a mobile phone, maybe there is a sound something that we get a disturb. So there are, we will discuss later. I'll give the only the important points about the LRSW. And here we observe the of listening as we hear. How to listen? What are the types of listening? The first one is fake listen. What do you say? Fake listening, ma. That you can write, ma. Fake listen means what does that mean? Actually, we get a fake messages, we call it. So there is a listening also. One of the mode of fake listening means the people who do not want to hear the speaker whatever he says. The people do not like to listen what the speaker says. That is called fake listening. Second one, active listening. This is a very, very important in our life, ma. Active listening, but nothing. The people are open-minded. Open-minded means not analyst. That means they can think. They listen to the verbal messages. Now, what is the meaning of verbal? Verbal, non-verbal. So non-verbal, already you know this one, I think. Maybe you got in the second language, English paper also. Verbal means speaking. So they listen to the verbal messages, observe non-verbal cues and give feedback to them. Afterwards, giving that one who are active listening with mind, they give the feedback also about the speaker. For example, now I am giving, you are listening now. Even you can give them a feedback. That is called active listening more. Some people fake listening. Sorry, is going on teaching something. Doesn't matter. You don't bother about that is called fake listening. And next one, spasmodic. Spasmodic means but nothing but fitful listening. What is this one? Listening is discontinuously depending on their interest. Some people, when they are giving some speech, some people like, okay, lightly. They never show the interest. It's called spasmodic. Critical listening, one more is the listener evaluates whatever he or she hears. Critical means already you know the critical comment, already we learn some in lessons. So the listener evaluates, check himself, whatever he or she hears, he or she as a judges that strong and weak points in the speech and offer criticism. For example, I am speaking, I am giving a lecturing now. Maybe you have a critical listening. Maybe he or she, they can assess it. They can judge. You can find out my weak and strong points. Then you can criticize me also. That is called critical listening. The next one is inactive. Inactive means but nothing man. The people they never listen. Not listen. Listen. They are present physically, but they are physically attending the class or attending the in the auditorium very good. But the most thing is they are inactive listening ma. It's a very, very important. But their mind wander. Their mind wander. Yeah, their mind is not there. Physically, they are in the room, but their mind wander. So these are the when you get anything else about it, listening, you can write all these points also one by one. Put the subheading and write down. That is important. And how to develop your attention? Be committed to listening. Yeah, when we go there into the room, committed yourself to listen. Yeah, what they are speaking, what the speaker is giving the speech, that you have to committed your listening. Be committed and develop your attention. What the speaker is going on telling, that you have to pay the attention towards the speech and maintain the positive attitude. You should not think of always negative. Whatever the speaker says, speaker giving the speech, think only positive attitude. And next one, what he said, beware of distractions, manage your own emotions and relations are there, that we can listen about. And one more thing is, I will explain only barriers to do listen. What is the meaning of barriers, ma? Barriers means but nothing. Obstacles. Okay, there are barriers to listening. Effective listening is can be accept people at home and workplace. Maybe you are at home, maybe you are workplace. There are barriers are there. For example, to be effective listener, one should understand that there that you are maybe you are in the house, maybe you are a workplace, that you have to understand that there are barriers. First of all, you have to understand, yes, maybe there are barriers, we should be careful, we should be listen how to avoid these barriers. And next one, and which what are the barriers that you have to identify, and you have to remove the barriers. Next, there are 10 barriers are there, ma. You can write only 10, one by one, ma. 10 barriers. Just I will explain what are the 10. So that you can put a subheading. You can write one sentence about one barrier is enough. Because it is a 15 marks. Even if you attend the class, that way about the marks. What are the 10? The first one is environmental barriers. The environmental means but nothing more. Physical, auditory, and visual distractions arising in your surroundings of your listener. Maybe surrounding. What is the physical? What is the auditory? Now let us talk about the only a little bit. I'll give the information about this one. Physically distraction mean but nothing more. Noise. Maybe that can be noise. Noise will disturb you listener, but not the speaker. Even not only for the listener, ma, even it is a disturbance also for the speaker also, as you have said. Physical distraction can be noise. The noise may be disturb listener as well as speaker also. Noise may be arise from the defective mic. What kind of noise, ma? Maybe it is a mic, horns of vehicles, room temperature, maybe hot and cold, badge ventilation, smells, mosquito bites. These are the physical barriers. Just you can write, put the subheading, like a subheading. Physical barrier, one, mosquito bites, room ventilation, nothing, and vehicle sounds, horns, 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough. So that the examiner can understand, yes, the student can write, that he knows what is the physical barrier. Okay, and related to mind, and also second one, psychological barrier. Now, before I have talk about the physical, let us talk about the second one, that is called psychological. Psychology means but nothing ma, it's memory. What is this? It is like a memory. It is related to human mind, ma. Human mind, attention. So very important, dear boys and dear guys. So when the sensory organs are poor condition, the listener may not able to concentrate and understand what the speaker says. Mentally, you are weak. Maybe you have a problem. Then can you listen what the speaker says? Well, then you can't listen because psychologically you are weak. Then how can you listen? So what did he say? For example, our hearing impairment, poor eyesight, maybe less capability of listening, maybe your ear problem, maybe poor eyesight. So whatever it is. So that is called psychological barriers. Next one. Linguistic barrier. Linguistic means what is the meaning of linguistic culture? Language and linguistic ability can be major barrier to listening. Maybe, for example, I don't know Hindi. The two guys, they know very well in Hindi. But while they are giving speech, maybe I am not able to understand what the speaker speak. That's called a language problem. Even though when the language is common to the speaker and the listener, terminology used in the barrier. Some people have a fancy to use the bombastic words. Some like in the conversation, the speaker is the different words. That words maybe some listener they can't understand what they are giving the speech. Next one, cinematic barriers. Cinematic barriers means it erect barrier to listening. Cinematic noise is created by the use of the words triggers some strong negative feelings. When you have a negative feelings in your mind, that one also you can't listen. For example, I am teaching here. Maybe some students just they are in their mind, they have a negative thought in their mind. So they don't go there like let us see like this. Perpetual barriers, social barriers, culture barriers, speaker barriers, and listener barriers. So these 10 that you try to write down, put a heading, just say 1 or 2 lines is enough, so that you can practice yourself. Let us talk about the speaking. I'll give you some more example after this one. Speaking is a formal verbal communication. We have a verbal communication or non-verbal communication. It is already in your third semester we have a verbal, non-verbal. If you read that one also, it's enough. What are the non-verbal difference like gestures, body language? There are some are there. Just I will give outlines for the non-verbal, and now I'll take this one. Speaking is a form of verbal communication, and also it is defined as the ability to convey our information verbally. So whatever it is, now I am giving a verbal message to you. Now I am giving a verbal communication to you. The way the listener can understand. Speaking is an interactive process, so that you and me we can interact. That's called only speaking. If you don't speak, there is no interactive with us, right? Next one, it involves speaker and all. That means I am the speaker now, you are the listener now. So there is interactive or both you and I. That's why the speaking also skills also very important for anyone. And speaking skills may be categorized formal and informal. As you know very well, I think this is a we have a formal and informal. Already, I think you know is a formal mean like official, informal like a friends. Without that one, let us see now. Skills as we speak both to settings. Informal skills mean but nothing more important for conversation with the friends and family. With the friends and family. As you know very well, I think in the first year also, intermediate, we learn to letters typing formal and informal. So just it is informal means friends and family we can use. That's a very important mark. Even if you know this one also you can pass. And whereas a formal speech is a necessary part, professional and presentation and workplace. Presentation, professional or workplace. So very important, non-formal, informal. Already formal, informal you can learn in the 5th semester. So actually we learn in the 5th semester. But we should know that the formal and informal. Informal means you can talk with your friends, you can talk with your family. Whereas the formal is like a presentation. When you want to give the presentation in open area, that's very important. That means you should speak any formal. You should not say hi guys and everything. When there are elders, that you have to respect, this calm, formal. And professional also. For example, when you are working in the workplace also, you should use only formal language. That is a very, very important for anyone. And also informal speaking is characterized by the common phrases, common words we use in our circle, in our friend circle, or in our family. But formal is speaking, on the other hand, they will employ our technical expression also in a professional. Formal means but nothing but professional speaking. That is a very, very important. Just I will give you first one. We speak normally to achieve the different purpose, inform, pursue, motivate, and also entertain, evaluate. These are the very important one that you can read to give you the one sentence for subheading, keep the subheading and write down. Next one. I'll give you one more bit also that already maybe you learn in the third semester. Non-verbal communication. 90% will get a non-verbal communication because it's a very important nowadays. So, first of all, you should know what is the non-verbal non-verbal communication. The modes of non-verbal communication: open and closed body language, eye contact, and gestures, do's and don'ts, learning from experts, active based. These are very, very you have to follow in non-verbal communication. What's the gesture? This now I'm showing. Without using the verbal communication, verbal means speaking. Non-verbal means showing the actions without speaking, so that the opposite person can understand your feelings through our eyes, through our angry, that can understand. These are called non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication meaning of mean nothing. In communication uses non-linguistic. Non-linguistic means but nothing. There are no words. That what he say. But we convey the message through the some medium, other speech or writing. And now it refers to the transfer of meaning created by the movements of our body. First one, movements of the body. Second one, tone of voice, eye contact, touch, maintenance of space and observation, time and silence. Now, breaking the misbeliefs, body language is almost 90%. Eye contact, second one. And next one is hand gestures. Hand gestures means but nothing ma. When you give the shake hand, some people they take hand like this. See, once we give the shake hand, that we have to give the in a formal way, not this way. Keep going on. So that is called hand gestures. And one more thing is eye contact. So these are the all non-verbal. So you write the one subheading and give the explanation for 1, 2, 3, 4 sentence, so that you can understand. You can write the easily. So I can show the anger like this. Some people, if I want to show my facial expression, that means the listener who is listening there, he can understand. So this is called non-verbal communication, sir. Simple man. Now I am using, this is called verbal communication, which we do the actions, so the hands and eye contact, whatever it is called non-verbal. 90% you may get non-verbal communication, and also more information is given in your material also in third sem. So be careful. Then when you read the answers, write the question. Even you will get a single answers also. What are the barriers of listening? Maybe 5 marks. So that is a very, very important. Important questions. Let us see, ma. Take note. What is the communication? And explain the process and the importance. How it is impossible in our professional life. The long questions. Discuss the barriers of effective communication and suggest a way to overcome. How to come about the barriers. And third question, explain the importance of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. When you write these concepts, just put a listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Keep the settings one by one and give the explanation 1 or 2 sentences for every subheading. It's enough. So next one, what is the non-verbal communication? That means you have to write the definition for the non-verbal communication and discuss the various types. As I tell you, facial expression, eye contact, body language, gestures, body of the words, everything. These are all called non-verbal communication. 90% you will get this one now. Every year you get a question, types of in our. Then how it is non-verbal communication is more important in our workplace. That is important. Just you write down what are the important in the workplace. It is enough. Fifth question. What about digital literacy? I know you think everybody knows about the digital literacy. And then what is the effect of our social media? That you know very about the social media. Nowadays is a very trending also. So if you write about the social media and then how it is useful and how to make a success in our professional life also, that one also long question and short questions I will give. Define the communication again. Mention 2 examples. Oh, that means 2 examples enough. What are the listening skills? Already we discussed now. Listening skills I wrote on the board also. That is only for 5 marks. And write any two of non-verbal case. Now see, 15th marks also came. First 5 marks also it came. Only 2 types like a facial expressions or gestures. Ever write the 2, it's enough. What do you mean by digital literacy? What is the digital literacy? Just to write about that one. Mention any 2 barriers. Now already I told you, barriers mean but nothing more obstacles. Any 2 you can write. Of communication only. There are so many barriers of their communication, but he asked only 2 because it carries only 5 marks. So I repeat, SEC skill NH course number 1 only. So that is only 40 marks. The students they make confused. Exam is there, 3 hours exam. So they write very slowly. Even if the student prepare well, you can write within half an hour, so you can finish the exam. So be careful, read the question thoroughly and write the answers and good job. Have a nice good night. Thank you.